tell you, we were predicting severe weather, and the severe weather is here. Really, the winds are starting to pick up. He was last seen here outside of the Schlitterbahn at the UME concert, and right now I'm standing in this very marshy area, and they're the ones that grew up with Harambe before he was transferred to Cincinnati. As you can see behind me, there's still a lot of intense last-minute campaigning going on here at the city of Weslaco. Drug deals between young children at playgrounds like this one may have been something unheard of in the past, but today it's becoming a more common and disturbing reality. I just finished talking to the San Benito police chief, who tells me this has been an ongoing investigation since April the 23rd. Texas game wardens handed out nearly 1,300 citations last year on Memorial Day weekend. Chief Zamora says one of the main uses for these body cameras is to dispute allegations. We've heard over and over that this election is different than any other before. Why do you think that is?
Historically, we've never had the amount of voter turnout that we've had.
We obtained these official court documents which state that the former accounting clerk for the food division, Avelar, says the number one thing to remember when kayaking is to wear a life jacket. Marcy and Eddie, we're told by Interim Police Chief Michael Galvan of San Benito that the city fire department responded to this apartment complex behind me. Eddie, the port of Brownsville is the only deep water seaport directly on the U.S.-Mexico border, and soon it could become much deeper.
This THC.
It's a weekly routine for Julie Jaramillo, Executive Director for the Drug Palmer Abuse Program.
How old were the kids that had those, do you know?
This one is 12.
She looks through a variety of drug paraphernalia confiscated by parents from their own children's bedrooms.
I get it from different parents that they don't know what happened with their kids. And they went to the doctor. And I told her, okay, I want for you to look around your house.
From marijuana to ecstasy and prescription pills, Jaramillo says drugs usually in the hands of adults are making their way to kids, and she sees it every day.
A lot of doctors right now, they're referring their kids to me, to Palmer. And there's several kids that we get every single week for issues like that.
The Palmer Drug Abuse Program in Brownsville has been offering rehab services to adults for many years, but now they've been seeing a new group of patients, elementary school children. And Jaramillo says they're getting their drugs at school and during school hours.
Since 3 years ago, we have been seeing this trend. Kids from 8 years old start using drugs. And what they do is they do it at schools.
Jessica, which is not this little girl's name due to her age and safety, is a third grader who says she knows all too well about the presence of drugs in elementary schools.
You have friends that have done drugs?
There's a 5th grader. That's my friend, and he does drugs.
The 10-year-old says she's seen exchanges of pills and marijuana by her peers in playgrounds, at bus stops, and even in school grounds.
I was there in line when you wait for your lunch, and they're offering drugs.
Shockingly, she says it all happens without any adults ever noticing.
They hide, they go to the restroom and they offer it when nobody's there. If somebody's there, they do it after school.
How they sell it? Very cheap, between $3 to $5. A lot of kids tell their parents, I don't want to eat at the school because I don't like the food and more things. And the parents give them between $5 to $7 to go and eat, and instead of spending the money for that, they spend it in drugs.
Now children at a younger age are being introduced to drugs like spice, which has become a major concern for local police departments in the past year.
It's a dangerous, dangerous game to be playing.
The drug, conveniently sold in colorful packaging to attract younger consumers, is not easy to detect when used, but its consumption can be extremely dangerous.
When you start dealing with individuals with these designer drugs, it's just, when you meet them when they're finally sober, it's not the same person. It's scary. Seeing how they're reacting, seeing how they're behaving, it's scary.
Some school districts in the valley say they are now catching on to the growing problem.
It could directly come into the schools at any grade level. Kids will see it as an acceptable behavior because they don't know right from wrong.
Mission CISD Superintendent Ricardo Lopez says he wants to take control of the issue before it's too late.
We created a United in Safety Task Force that is going to focus on the issues that are in front of our kids. Right now we have a spice epidemic that's happening in the valley.
One of their main methods, keeping parents informed, like mother of two, Brenda Alejo.
Cosas que no sabía, drogas que no sabía tampoco que había, los efectos también, ¿verdad? Aunque ya sabía yo de la marihuana y eso, ¿verdad? Pero por ejemplo del spicy.
Drug rehab experts urge parents to take notice of their children's behavior before they fall into a web of addiction.
Make sure you snoop, go through their stuff. It's your stuff, it's not their stuff. It's your house, it's your room, it's your backpack. Let your kid know you can go through it anytime. It's your phone. When kids understand that the parent will go through their stuff, it's amazing how that deters bad behavior. And sometimes we give our kids a little too much privacy these days. And I think as parents, we need to take that back from us. But take that away from them and empower us.